guys, my name is Kiana Allman, and today I will be speaking to you about where to source a new dog from. So whether or not you've had a dog before or you lost a dog, you are now looking for a new addition to your family. As a dog owner, you want your dog to be happy and to be healthy and well adjusted, but as a pet lover, you want them to also be making a good ethical statement and not resulting in more animals winding up at the pound. So what are your options? Your first option is animal rescues. Animal rescues take in animals that have either been abandoned or surrendered by owners. They then get the animals all the veterinary medicine that they require, such as their alter, so their spay or neuter, their vaccinations, their dewormer, and their microchip. From there, animals are then advertised and adopted out to various families. There is a small fee paid for them, and all of that money goes into covering vet costs and care of future animals. Not all animal shelters are created equal, so you want to be looking for an ethical shelter. Ethical shelters hold new intakes for a set period of time to avoid contamination and disease. They have a non-profit designation. This shows that they're not making money off of this and they're just doing it for the animals. They don't cherry pick the most heart-tugging cases for PR funding. Some shelters will take in ones that have grievous injuries so that they can advertise them and say, oh, how sad this is, to raise a lot of money, even if they don't necessarily need all of that money. And they'll also have a no-kill designation. No-kill shelters will not euthanize animals that are healthy and adoptable. So animal shelters are a place between abandonment and a forever home. These are good examples of shelters. There is obviously enrichment, comfort, happy, well-adjusted animals, and they are meeting new owners. Responsible breeders are another option. Responsible breeders breed and raise purebred dogs. They often focus on breeding to a specific standard for that breed, whatever that specific characteristics are, and that way it keeps breeds alive that have been around for hundreds of years. The good breeders will emphasize temperament and early development, making sure their dogs are happy and sane. Good breeders will show and title to prove that their dogs are healthy and well conformed, and also provide health guarantees on the puppies so that if anything goes wrong, then it's reflecting on the breeder. Responsible breeders pretty much don't make money off of puppies, and they often lose it, so it's not because they're in it for the money, they're just in it for the dogs. Good breeders, they show their dogs, they have happy, well-adjusted dogs, they have dogs getting medical care, they like to socialize them and provide a good life for them. So they are raising healthy, happy, sound puppies. Backyard breeders are the third category of where to source a dog from. They are anyone who intentionally or accidentally crosses dogs and creates puppies. If they don't have any registration or certification, they are in fact a backyard breeder, whether it is somebody who's advertising designer mixes or somebody who has an accidental litter, or if they're a puppy mill. Backyard breeders are almost exclusively profit motivated. They want to make money, so that reflects in the care of their animals. They won't offer things like health guarantees or continued support, and they can often be gun shy about having you see their kennels, their working stock, any of their paperwork, etc. Some of these dogs are really, really overpriced, like those designer breeds, like the infamous Labradoodle. So backyard breeders can result in poor conformation, nasty temperaments, mistreated stock, overcrowding, such as in puppy mills, and generally more puppies being produced than they have any right to be, and that can lead to more and more dogs ending up in the rescue system. Rescues, pros and cons. Pros of rescue, first and foremost, is giving an animal a new chance and a new home. That is why most people want to adopt a dog. They have a low adoption fee, so all of the vet work is covered for a really conveniently low price. In Central Alberta, it tends to be $400 to $500 per dog. Animals can also be viewed, selected, met, and brought home within a matter of days. So it's good if you want a dog relatively quickly. And most shelters will offer a return policy as well, stating that if the dog doesn't work out, you can send it back. Cons, you're not sure what kind of dog you're getting. If they don't have a certification, you don't know what you have. Therefore, they could be larger than you expected or have different activity levels than you'd like. Some rescues will also have health problems that occur later down the road, something to be aware of. Not all rescue dogs are going to be super healthy, and it might crop up. And some of them will also have behavioral issues that will need to be addressed and retrained. Responsible breeders, pros. You're getting a high quality dog with a health guarantee. That is huge. 2 or 3 years of health happiness. Purebred dogs are also eligible to show in sports. They will have a consistent personality and size because that's what they're bred for. And then you have lifetime support, including a return policy from the breeder. Cons of purebred dogs is that they're often really expensive. They put a lot of work and a lot of money into their dogs, so they're trying to recoup their costs enough to be able to continue doing their business. Often there's also lengthy waits on litters, which can go up to a couple of years, just because there's such a high demand for good quality purebred dogs, and there are not enough dogs being bred at that time. So you could be on a wait list for a while. You just want to make sure you're checking out your breeder, making sure they're following good practices, and you also want to know your breed quite thoroughly, including different kind of things that they need and different health checks you want to have done. Finally, backyard breeders. Pros of backyard breeders are relatively skimpy, so you can get your dog immediately. You can call somebody up from Kijiji and have a dog the same day. Just great. Also, this is where you're going to be able to find designer crosses, Labradoodles, Bernedoodles, etc. Those fun ones. Cons of them. They often are overpriced. Animals can be from sickly or unhealthy stock, meaning that the puppy can be sickly or unhealthy as well. There's also no health guarantees, no ongoing support. A lot of dogs come from backyard breeders with no vet work, so you need to start that from the ground up. You cannot return them. You're not sure if the dog is a purebred or not. It doesn't matter if they tell you they are unless you see a CKC certificate. And there's potential for temperament issues and behavioral problems because the dog has not been well socialized enough, and that can lead to them ending up in shelters. So what's the big deal? I personally own 3 different dogs from different places. They are all great dogs. I have no problems with either of them, but they all come from different places. This one's responsibly bred. We did our homework, made sure that she was coming from a really good place. This is a rescue dog. He came with some emotional baggage. We had to retrain. We worked through it. It's good. This is a backyard bred dog. Before I knew I shouldn't have a backyard bred dog. She is a fantastic dog and is actually a service dog, so I'm not saying that backyard bred dogs are the problem. I'm saying backyard breeders are the problem. So ultimately, the big picture here. With thousands of animals entering the humane system, and is important to make sure that you are being conscious and decisive about the dogs that you are bringing home. Responsibly bred dogs are placed in good homes. They are without costly congenital issues. They're bred for stable temperament, which makes them less likely to be surrendered. Rescue dogs are safe from potential death and given a new chance. When you adopt a rescue dog, it creates more space for another rescue dog to come into the shelter and have a second chance. Backyard breeders are the main source and the biggest hurdle to the rescue system. If you don't want to burden the rescue system, please don't buy backyard bred dogs. If you want to save lives while finding your new best friend, adopt or shop, but please, please be responsible.